Getting workouts in, if you're a busy person, right? If you are an adult, you're probably busy. And right now, when I'm recording this, it's cold outside. And usually, no one wants to work out when it's cold outside. So, I'm going to give you some tips, some tricks, and some strategies to use so that you're not taking the whole winter off of working out. First tip, let's just jump right to it. First tip I'm going to tell you is don't think the workout has to be super crazy, super long, or super intense, right? In the winter time, usually the motivation is down. The sun's going down a lot sooner than later. And usually you just don't feel like doing anything. Like you want to go home and chill with your family or be in the bed. So start thinking that the workout doesn't need to be always intense or always long. Here's a sweet spot that I like to use for my clients and sometimes for myself is 15 to 40 minutes, right? That's a sweet spot depending on who you are. Now, if you're a person, I don't necessarily like doing just one exercise. I like supersetting, going back to back. Then it can cut the time down from maybe 40 minutes to maybe about 25 minutes, depending on where you're doing the workout at. And I could give you tons of strategies on that. If you can get your mind in the place of, hey, my winter workouts, they don't need to be long to be effective, then it will be harder for you to skip them, right? If you know, hey, I only got to dedicate 25 minutes, 40 minutes, then I'm good. My man, Matt Grocki, posted something today, and it was cool. He posted his morning routine, and it's 40 minutes, right? He's doing some plunging, he's doing a workout, and I think he's doing some prayer and reading. 40 minutes. Now, for most people who are following gurus, they're thinking, this morning routine needs to be from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Yeah, if you have the time, but if you're like a busy parent, a busy dad, or you have a regular job, you probably can't dedicate 4 hours or even 2 hours or maybe not even an hour. So get yourself in the mind frame, number one, of it does not have to be intense. It does not have to be long. The second thing I'm going to say is choose the days that you're going to work out and let the other days be in case an emergency happens, right? So let's say I'm going to pick 4 days in the week to work out. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Take Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday off. I'm going to try my best, my level best, to make those workouts on those days because I have rest days already planned. Now, let's just say like an emergency happens and like you absolutely can't work out at all. Then you have the other 3 days that you could use as makeup days. The reason why I like to say plan out the days is because it's harder to skip it if you plan it. I usually say honestly that my workout days are meetings. They're meetings with me. They're meetings with the future me. That's how you can do yours. Like these are appointments with people. It's it's rare that you see somebody call out of work all the time without there being some repercussion. Like usually the boss is going to be like, hey, you keep calling out, you're not going to have a job. Or if you keep calling out, we'll let you call out as much as you want. You're just not going to have a job for long. So make them meetings, make them appointments, and put them on your calendar, right? If it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever your 4 days is, whatever your 3 days is, and stick to those. Remember, we know it's going to be barriers. We know it's going to be distractions. We know it's going to be hard. But if we can stick to those days, it's going to help us out. Number 3, always, if you can, set up some sort of reward system. What do I mean by that? If I'm committed to making my 4 days, let's say I make the 4 days this week, I'm going to reward myself with something at the end of the week. Now, the reward doesn't have to be a double quarter pounder with cheese. It could be, but make the reward something that you can remember. I like making the reward something super inexpensive, but something that I can see. This way, every time I get those moments of not feeling motivated, I can see that item and realize, hey, you did this before when you weren't motivated. You stuck to a plan. Let's go get another one. I consider the workouts to be like mental, physical, and even spiritual deposits into my bank account, which is myself, which is yourself. Those 3 tips, right? Try them out. Change your mindset around the workout not having to be long, not having to be super intense, right? Number 2, what did I say for number 2? Because you guys should be writing this down. Number 2, think about the days that you want to work out and make those days appointments, right? Block it off on your schedule. I'm a morning person, so I usually try to do my workouts in the morning. Maybe you're a night person. And then number 3, set up a reward system. Most people skip number 3, but I believe what gets rewarded gets repeated. Set up a reward system, take those tips, and go bang it out. Be great, guys.